Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for the How to Spot a Fake Natty series, and today we're going to be covering none other than Seid. Now, I don't want people to think that I think Jeff is big, because anyone who wants to question this can go ask Matt Ogus, Chris Lovato, any of the guys who have seen me in the same room in person with Seid. Seid is not big. I don't need to cover his stats because I'm convinced he adds 20 pounds to his numbers. He is nowhere near as big as the stats he puts out, and he is a lot smaller than I am personally. So I'm not saying the guy is big or my size or bigger or anything else. Let's get that out of the way. I want to cover Jeff because the advice that he gives is extremely dangerous for people who are drug-free. What he does personally, the way he diets, the way he trains will cause harm if people don't understand that you can only do what he does with drugs and get away with it. So my concerns here are one of personal concerns, not calling him out. I have no desire to really call him out. He's an IFBB guy. We already know that he competes untested. He claims Natty, but he competes untested. He competes in a federation that allows unlimited drug use of any type. He's not breaking any rules, so he's not a cheater or anything. However, he does do the Natty thing for purposes of marketing. And what we need to discuss here is that, first of all, the way that he trains is extremely dangerous. I see him make massive numbers of mistakes in the way that he trains and the techniques that he uses that will cause joint inflammation, connective tissue inflammation, will damage people over time, such as doing closed grip presses with his hands really far in, the hitching and the bouncing that he does on deadlifts and things. It will injure you. You need have a robust constitution already, and he was I believe a scholarship athlete, so he probably has pretty good genetics for recovery. And you combine that with certain substances that will help strengthen connective tissue, cushion joints, things like that, you can get away with a lot more. Guys who aren't on anything to help them recover from those things can run into a lot more problems. The biggest issue and the reason that we need to cover this stuff is his diet. The way that he diets, if you follow that kind of dieting drug-free, meaning he is admitted in an interview that I watched a video that he did, he goes down to 1,800 calories a day and 30 grams of fat. As a male who is lifting weights and active and exercising and doing cardio, as an adult male, to drop your calories down that low is going to be detrimental to your body. And to drop your fat to 30 grams a day while in a caloric deficit like he's doing will cause you to develop vitamin deficiencies, fatty acid deficiencies that were going to harm your health, and because of running your fat that low while cutting will crash your hormone levels. If you do that and you're not putting exogenous hormones back into your body, your thyroid levels are going to crash, your testosterone levels are going to crash, your whole hormone profile is going to crash. You're going to lose your sex drive, you're going to lose your ability to have an erection. So the advice that he is giving people who are not putting exogenous hormones back into their body, or what he does, you need to understand that to do what he does, to diet the way that he diets, going into a contest requires exogenous hormones, and if you don't use them, you're going to mess yourself up. And so that's why it's important that we cover Seid here. We know that he always has that Photoshop look and everything, and that is generally comes from using creatin and whey protons. But in his case, it's very important for people to understand that the diets and methods that he uses and advocates using and publicly admits to using is extremely harmful for you young men if you try to follow his advice. If you're not putting testosterone and thyroid hormones and things back into your body, it will harm you. It will harm your health. It will harm your mood, your quality of life. It will cause you to be depressed, lose your sex drive, not be able to maintain an erection. It will be harmful to you overall as a person. So people have to understand that the things that he does require you to be enhanced to get away with them without being detrimental to your health, both physical and mental, and to your overall quality of life. So Seid is definitely using some creatine and whey protons. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.